Sacha Baron Cohen goes far a lot of the time, but today I'm going to cover some times when Sacha Baron Cohen went too far. Let's get into the video. Welcome back to Spinning Film. Number 5, The Bag of Poo. Borat states that the main objective of his first trip to US and A is to learn the customs and manners of the American people. To this end, he enlists the help of an etiquette coach to help him act properly during a formal dinner in the American South. Borat naturally commits several faux pas right away, including rudely commenting on every woman's appearance, and soon awkwardly excuses himself to use the toilet. Things really get out of hand when Borat returns with his feces, which were hopefully fake, in a plastic bag and asks the horrified host where he should leave them. To her credit, she does her best to instruct Borat on how to dispose of his leavings properly, despite him insisting that she is the one who is meant to clean them up when he's done. The final straw comes when Borat invites a prostitute for dinner, bringing a swift end to the whole evening. It looks as though Borat still has a lot of work to do before he can become a member of polite society.
It's my house. Entry, please. He is my neighbor, Nur Sultan Tuliakbai. He is paying my ass off.
Number 4, in my country there is a problem. Sacha Baron Cohen, who is himself Jewish, has more than once used the character of Borat to expose the ugly anti-Semitism that is often lurking just outside the surface of polite society. Perhaps one of the best known examples of this from the Ali G show is his performance at a country club in Texas to an unfortunately receptive audience. Introducing the song as "In My Country There Is Problem," the first verse starts out innocuously enough with Borat singing of how bad transport in Kazakhstan is and how it needs to be thrown down the wall so his country can be free. The next verse quickly moves to darker territory as Borat tells us how he sees Jewish people as another problem with his country that also needs to be thrown down in the well. While some patrons of the bar look visibly uncomfortable, a worrying number of others are happy to keep clapping along to his anti-Semitic anthem. Keep a lookout for the man in a red shirt and cowboy hat looking particularly enthusiastic, and who we can only hope has changed for the better since the segment was recorded. Number 3, running naked through a hotel. Who could forget this iconic scene from the first Borat film? After coming out of the hotel room shower and catching his producer Azamat making a hand party with a magazine picture of Pamela Anderson, Borat flies into a rage and attacks him. What follows is perhaps one of the most hysterical fight scenes in all of cinema. Borat rams the camera itself into Azamat's naked body. Azamat forces Borat to taste his by sitting on him. It's no wonder this scene was removed in more than one country. Azamat soon flees from the room with Borat chasing him through the hotel. This includes both men sprinting across the wide open lobby completely naked, giving every unaware passerby a very unexpected eyeful. The fight climaxes with both of them invading the hotel's ballroom and crashing onto the stage. As a crowd of shocked guests looks on, it wouldn't be the last time that Sacha Baron Cohen stripped down in public for the sake of a good gag, but it was the first one to shock the world and is certainly one of his most iconic moments as a comedian.
That's my one.
In my country, they would go crazy. For these two, not so much.
Number 2, tricking Rudy Giuliani. If you keep up with the news at all, then there's no doubt that you've heard about this outrageous incident. Thanks to a genius prank orchestrated by Borat and his daughter, Tudor, Rudy Giuliani was almost quite literally caught with his pants down on camera. The former mayor of New York City was tricked into being interviewed in a hotel room by Tudor, who was pretending to be a Tommy Loren-esque conservative, overjoyed to finally meet him. She quickly convinces Giuliani to retire into an adjoining bedroom, where he lies down on the bed and shoves his hand down his pants. He would later dubiously claim he was tucking his shirt in. Borat quickly bursts in before the harrowing scene can play out in full, dressed in what he no doubt considers the sexiest underwear available, and offers himself to Giuliani as a sexual partner instead. Rudy quickly makes himself scarce, but not before more damage to his reputation is done, if that's even possible. Number 1, Borat kisses Prime Minister's genitals. After the broadcast of the Ali G show in the United States, Sacha Baron Cohen's popularity outside his native Britain skyrocketed, and he was soon invited to host the 2005 MTV European Music Awards in character as Borat. The ceremony was marked by the typical antics from our favorite reporter, but the one that caused the biggest stir was when he introduced the president of Kazakhstan as a special guest. It was quite literally an actor who walked out on stage, but it still caused quite the stir when Borat knelt in front of the man and planted 2 kisses on his crotch as a greeting. This action was apparently outrageous enough to warrant a response from the Kazakhstani foreign minister, who said that Cohen's behavior was completely incompatible with ethics and civilized behavior, and threatened to sue him over the shame he had brought on the country. Cohen, in character as Borat, responded on his website that he wholeheartedly supported his government's decision to sue this Jew. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.